I've been watching a lot of coverage, even though it's like 11 years since it's happened. I've been watching a lot about the streak recently, and I gotta tell you, as someone who was there live when it actually happened, and as someone who's been a lifelong ride or die Undertaker fan, I'm gonna tell you right now that hindsight being 2020, I think this was the right move, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. Okay, so you gotta hear me out though. Fuck, I need a drink for this. Hang on. Give me a second. Okay, so when you even hear it from, like, Undertaker's mouth, he says that if we were going to break it, it should have been done for somebody like Roman Reigns, right? But here's the problem with that. Everybody and their fucking mother would have known if Undertaker and Roman went into WrestleMania in Orlando in 2017, especially with Undertaker being in the physical condition that he was in at the time. If they had gone into that match and he was undefeated, let's say he beat Brock that night, then he beat Bray, then he beat Shane, because Cena still goes out with the injury, Roman would have broken the streak. And it would have been so obvious. Forget the moment the match started. The moment Roman's music hit in Chicago, it would have been obvious to you and everybody else that the streak was ending. Where am I going with this? The streak deserved, if it was going to end, it deserved that, like, holy fuck, shock ending. And that's exactly what you got. If it had been this guy, now let's call a spade a spade. Everybody fucking hated Roman Reigns. Everybody fucking hated Big Dog, Samoan Superman, Roman Reigns. Everybody hated this fucker. You can hear me on tape. If you go back and watch this episode of Raw, it's in the Allstate Arena. I'm there. You can see me on tape. You can hear me clear as day scream at him, "You suck!" after he says to Taker, "This is my yard now." If he had been the one to break that streak as the Big Dog Roman Reigns, that would have been, oh my goodness fucking gracious. You thought the way he was received the night after was bad? He had broken the streak? I don't even want to go there. Why I'm bringing up this picture is because I never bought his official answer that he gave to Stone Cold, where he's like, "Oh, well, if you look down the line at the roster, like I don't know, pal, the 2, 3, 4 years from now, you look down at the roster, there's nobody that could have stood up to The Undertaker, and there's nobody that credibly could have broken the streak." Motherfucker! This interview happened, obviously, after the streak ended. Happened somewhere around, like, late 2014, early 2015. You have CM Punk on the Cole Cabana podcast exposing that in 2013, you were so hot on Roman Reigns. Remember the TLC match that he had, the 3-on-1, the Shield versus him, the Shield versus CM Punk? Everybody kept coming up to Punk over and over and over and over and over and over again all throughout the day saying, "Hey, Vince wants you to make sure you make Roman look really strong." So you were already hot and hurty for Roman way back as far as 2013, but circa 2014, you thought looking down the line, nobody could have broken the streak? That was a bullshit answer. And it's honestly why I thought for the longest time that he intentionally broke the streak just to stick it to Daniel Bryan, because CM Punk told Vince on his way out, "How do you not have Daniel Bryan figured into your WrestleMania 30 plans?" So for the longest time, I thought he broke the streak just to stick it to Daniel. And part of me still thinks that. But now when I think about it, as much as I still think that, I also think, as twisted of a genius as he can be sometimes, he might have seen the initial point that I just made. He might have seen that Roman could have been the one to break the streak, but it would have been so obvious that he was going to break it before the match even began. And the streak ending, if it was going to end, needed a huge fucking moment. And the only way you could get that was with the incredibly piss-poor, lackluster build that Taker and Lesnar had, and then just have Lesnar beat him. Like, it was, but also Lesnar was a credible person to do it.